Namaste children, welcome to our next class. In last class you learned about the very important people in the society, how they are helping to the society like farmers and teachers, how they are serving to the people you learned. In today's class you are going to learn some other important persons who are very essential to the society. You can guess them by looking at this picture and the stethoscope in their hand. You can guess them. They are our doctors, and by the uniform, you can find our nurses. In the picture, you can see them. So, you are going to learn about doctors and nurses, how they are important to society, how they are helping us. You'll understand in this lesson. So here you need a content book, worksheet and your notebook, and the keywords you are learning here are doctor, DOCTOR. Doctor means a person who treats sick or injured people. So who are not feeling well, they are treated by doctors.
Doctor. A person who treats sick or injured people.
NURSC, nurse means a person who takes care of sick or injured people who are not well. To those people, nurses take care of them, they look after them.
Nurse. A person who takes care of sick or injured people.
INJURY, injury means damage to someone's body. If any body organ is not working properly, that's called as injured.
Injury. Damage to someone's body.
Okay, to know more about how nurses and doctors are helping to the society, you just watch this video.
Doctors and nurses are always ready to help us when we fall ill. When the coronavirus attack spread across the world, doctors and nurses were in hospitals taking care of sick people, while we stayed safe at home. They put their lives in danger to save people.
So they worked hard at our very hard times. They took care of the people when corona attacked the whole world. They were in the hospitals day and night, and they took care of the people. As when we all are enjoying at our home, they are in duties. So, how professional they are, how dedicated they are, you can understand. And how do Dr. Jemmy and Nurse James help people? So, about Jemmy and James, a story is given in your textbook. Before answering this question, you go through the textbook and read the story about Jemmy and Nurse. So, how they both are helping to the society, you can understand by reading that story. Dr. Jemmy treats the people by telling them what medicines to take, and Nurse James helps people by giving them medicines on time and taking care of them in the hospital. So, these two duties Dr. Jemmy and Nurse James are doing. So, doctor's duty is treat the people by giving the medicines and save the people lives. These two are the important duties of a doctor. And nurses also takes care of the people and helps to Dr. James. So nurse will help to the doctor in treating the patients. Why are doctors and nurses important for us? Because they are healing the sick people, they are helping us to cure our injured parts, and they are helping us in many ways to recover when we are not well. So, doctors and nurses put their lives in danger to save the lives of other people. And they treat and look after sick and injured people and make them healthy again. So, they make us healthy. They treat us. They won't think about their own life. They are sacrificing their lives to save the people life. What difficulties do doctors and nurses face in their job? Definitely, there are a number of problems for them in that treating with the deceased people. The disease causing germs may enter into their body too. So, they had to be very conscious, very careful. They had to protect themselves and to the sick people they had to take care. Doctors and nurses work long hours helping and taking care of people because people may need them at any time. Day and night, all the time, people will rush to the hospitals. So, without saying no to them, the doctors and nurses have to serve to the nation. So, this important job the doctors and nurses are doing and helping to the society. And now you just try to find out the answers which are given in the content book. Before answering, you also read the lesson from content book and then answer this 14.3 from your volume book. Who is a doctor and who is a nurse? Write doctor and nurse below the picture. You can easily guess it. She is the nurse and he is a doctor. Only difference is having a stethoscope in his neck, whereas the nurse is not wearing and she is in the uniform. Sarah has fallen from her bike and injured herself. Look at the picture and answer the questions. So she has fallen, Sarah has fallen. Sarah's parents take her to the hospital. How can doctor and nurses help her? You know very well. First they'll do first aid. They'll clean the wound. They clean the wound and they'll do the dress up and they give the first aid. First aid. First the nurse will do the first aid. She cleaned that blood which oozed out and she applies some ointment on that. What will happen if Sarah is not taken to the hospital? If she did not taken to the hospital, the blood, she may lose some blood. She may lose some blood and also some germs may attack. Some small germs may attack to the injured part. Small germs means the small microorganisms which we cannot see with our eyes. So they are always there in the air around us. So when the Sarah is not treated well, these germs may come near to the area where she got a wound, and there is a chance for these germs to enter through that wound to the body. So compulsory it has to be cleaned and treated. For that purpose, Sarah need to go to the hospital. If she did not go, it may the wound become infectious and she may suffer a lot. And why are the jobs of a doctor and a nurse difficult? Because they are treating the sick people. That's why sick people means they contain germs around them. So the doctors and nurses are in difficult positions because of these germs. When they are treating to the sick people, there is a chance for these germs may enter into the healthy persons of doctors. So they had to take care of themselves and at the same time to the sick people. That's why their jobs are difficult jobs. And now you can see the practice questions. Make a KWL chart in your notebook about what you read in this lesson. Use the headings. K means something I knew before the lesson. W means something still I want to know. And L means one new thing I learned. Write like this when you are reading the lesson from your content book. So before answering to the practice questions, nicely read 14.3 from your content book and then you carry on to answer the practice questions. So here are your practice questions. Fill in the blanks choosing the words from the brackets. So the first one is a doctor uses dash to check people's heartbeat. Is he using a microscope or the stethoscope? Definitely he'll use his stethoscope to check the heartbeat. And microscope is used to see the small microorganisms. Now the second one, a dash helps sick and injured people. Helping is done by the nurse. Treating is done by the doctor. Mona meets with a car accident and injures her neck. She is taken to the hospital. How can a doctor and a nurse help her? The doctor first check the patient condition and he writes some medicines. And nurse helps to take these medicines or to give these medicines to the patient in time. There are times when doctors and nurses put their lives in danger to save other people's lives. Write one example that you know of when doctors and nurses have done this. Recently, you had seen all this in Corona time. In this pandemic time, all the doctors sacrificed or they kept their lives in risk and saved the people's life. Yes, you all have witnessed that. So, coronavirus or pandemic time, we had seen this situation. So you can add up some more points to this answer and you write your own answers for this questions children. And complete this content book and practice book and get ready for tomorrow's class. Thank you.